well, look what we have here. And look what we found. All right, we finally got it. Looky here. We got our green dye. We got cactus out there growing. We were able to craft up the last of our dyes. So now we have all 16 dyes. And that means that it's time to build a wool farm. So before we get started on building our wool farm, one of the first things that I like to do, and most YouTubers, most builders in general, we all kind of like to do, is I needed some more beef. We like to go in and set up our build palette, and so the build palette is one of the most important things that you're going to do. And in this particular build, I'm going to keep a similar build palette all the way from this side to that side of this valley. And so I need to be very, very, very careful with what I choose to be my build palette. And what I have actually selected in this, in our world here, to be part of our build palette is, I was actually planning on using these things, all right, to get our build palette. But y'all saw in the clip, we actually found a mesa biome. So because we found a mesa biome, I can go get my terracotta from the mesa. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to hook up another portal to go over to that mesa, and that way we can go backwards and forwards and we can harvest as much terracotta as we want. All right, this should connect us to our mesa or Badlands, whatever you want to call it. Did I write down a coordinate? We're negative. Oh. All right, this should be it. There we are. We are in the Badlands. This is where I found the cactus. Yay! All right, so there's no naturally occurring terracotta of the color that we're going to want. Okay, so we're just going to have to collect the basic terracotta. And that's fine, because there is bunches of it. Okay, so we finished gathering just a few resources. We got a lot of sand from that little tiny desert right over there. It's not a beach because it's got cactus, but it's tiny. And then we got plenty of terracotta. All right, so that's a good thing. Then we got a lot more the yellow terracotta, some red terracotta, some orange, and then red sand. So I think we are set for just a little bit. Let's head on back over to the tree stump and let's get started building some stuff. Okay, let's chat for just a second. All right, so we went down in our mines over here to that abandoned mine shaft, and we searched out and sourced us a bunch of local rails. All right, and so not in that chest, right there, right in that chest. And we also got a couple of mine carts, and we actually got an enchanted golden apple out of that. I actually did not even notice it when it happened, but yeah, so it happened. That was really cool. We got an enchanted golden apple. We did get 4 diamonds out of the ceiling. There was some diamonds in the ceiling. And then, all right, then we had to go back over to our starter base and get us a bunch of dispensers made with the bows from the Skelly farm. And so But I brought you back over here. I want to show you the inner workings of our farm. Okay, this is by no means what it will eventually look like, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to come into a door that's going to be somewhere over in this area, and when you come in, you're going to have 16 rows of these chests right here in front of you, and each one is going to be its own color. And I've seen many of these are here where you have the auto sorter and you have all this other stuff going on. And so what I thought about doing is, instead of going through the trouble of doing the auto sorter and all that stuff, why not just have a single solitary hopper minecart up underneath? I don't think that's not actually a hopper minecart, is it? Oops, it's just a minecart. That was not going to work. Okay, there we go. All right, a hopper minecart. I got to fix the other one too. Yeah, so does that work? There it is. All right, so now there's a hopper minecart up underneath that. All right, so basically what's going to happen, and there's also one, I got to do one right here as well, because that's just a hopper. That's not a minecart. Or that's just a minecart, not a hopper minecart. Go ahead and do that while we're sitting here talking about it. Get back up there. There. All right, so now we have a hopper minecart on both sides. All right, so basically what this right here is going to do, all right, you can kind of already guess. Let's go ahead and build some steps up to this so that we can see it. And what we have is a basic wool farm, all right? There is an observer up underneath here looking at this block. The sheep is basically going to be without its wool most of the time, all right? So as soon as he eats this block of grass, he's going to grow his wool back. As soon as he grows his wool back, he has already eaten that block of grass, which the observer is going to detect. The redstone signal is going to show that he's done that, and then it's going to fire the shears, which is going to, of course, trim his wool. All right, all right there said. That all happens kind of in a split second. And then, of course, the sheep is back to being without wool, and he's waiting for that grass block to change back. That's the reason why we got to have glass blocks up in here instead of other different types of blocks. We got to have glass blocks so that, because it's a transparent block, which allow the grass to stay green. Okay, and basically we got these things alternating. So here, there's going to be a sheep here and here and here, all the way down the line, and that's how we're going to compact this wool farm. We're going to keep it nice and compact all the way down. We're going to have 16 different sheep for 16 different colors of wool. All right, that's pretty simple. The exterior is going to be something totally different. All right, all right, it's not going to be too bad, not going to be too shabby. We're going to mix up two different styles of builds, and that's going to be the whole, like, this whole entire area is going to be a mixture of two different styles of builds. Look at that. There's a light gray wool. Look, we could use you. Nah. All right, well, let me get to building, and when I get about halfway done with this, I may get the interior done, and then I'll come back and do the exterior, and that way I get to show you the progress along the way, okay? All right, here real quick, let's go over what we've done with the functional part of this build. We have a chest system. It's not a sorting system. It's just a chest system. Every single one of these right here is individually fed. So above this right here is a hopper minecart. Above that one is a hopper minecart. Each one has its own separate hopper minecart that pulls materials in from right here. So when the sheep is sheared, it will drop its wool right here. I have put one set of shears into each one of these. Of course, that's how we're going to have to feed this thing until we build us an iron farm somewhere. All right, so that is coming up. An iron farm will be in the works in this series. Because I can't be mining all of that iron. I have burnt through so much iron doing all these hoppers and everything. It was crazy. And so I've got the last of my iron smelting up right now. I think I've got 2 stacks of raw iron still left, and 5 stacks of ingots by now. And so that's all the iron that I have. But that was all to use. I used most all there to do this right here, and we didn't even craft up any rails. All the rails we got 100% organic, straight out of the the abandoned mine shaft down there. And so properly sourced, locally sourced rails right there, and so anyhow but we do have some torches in here. There is going to be a roof over the top of this thing, so we have to have some light so that this grass will continue to grow. And then but we are going to encase this entire thing in a build, and so that's the next thing on the agenda. The functional part, except for migrating the sheep over into it, the functional part is done, so we don't have anything else to worry about there. I still have some breeding and stuff I got to do. So let me get started working on getting some sheep in there and also getting them bred and dyed and all that good stuff. And I will bring you back when we get, we get a little bit further along, okay? All right, so I'll talk to you here in a few. All right. I think this thing, we could call it done. We're going to stick a fork in it anyway. All right. This right here, I don't like the sound that makes. It sounds like somebody snorting and snotting. All right. So we have a little tree growing here out the side, on that side. And then on this side over here, we have like a little generator stove thing, and then we have a fireplace also, a bunch of coal and different things. Let's go inside and just see. I think this thing turned out beautiful on the outside. I'm not real happy with the way the front door kind of worked out, but it'll do. All right, so you look down the row, just like we talked about before. Each one of these right here is individually fed from the hopper minecart up above each one of these. All right, so we go down the row and we have every single color. They're all working. They've been working all day long while I've been up here working on the build. And so they do work a little bit different speeds, each one of them, because especially the white one, which I really don't like that. The white one is probably going to be the slowest because it actually has less grass surrounding the block that the sheep is standing on. Everything else is pretty much surrounded. I need to come back and put some. All right, but let's go in here, and apparently the sheep are acting just like a bunch of billy goats. They in here climbing on everything. All right, so step out the back here, and I think this right here looks beautiful. All right, we got a little hay scattered here, there, and everywhere, and we got some things going on. I think it looks beautiful, and so not real happy with the way this right here ties in there, but I think later on we're probably going to just encompass this entire area, or maybe even pull this into the side over here, do something like that. I don't know, we'll do something different. Okay, but for now, this is gonna have to work. You see my tree, how it kind of grew out of the base of the house, how it kind of, the roots are like established inside of the foundation of the house. I think that's really cool. And so anyway, I think this right here turned out beautiful. Y'all see my little lightning? We had an electrical storm, a lightning storm come up a minute ago, a thunderstorm, and I got some custom trees going on. I got a bunch of wood going on. I don't want things burning down. I wish there was a way you could turn that off too. Turn off Enderman griefing and turn off the lightning fire strike, whatever. Not fire spread. I don't want to turn off fire spread. I just want to turn off the lightning, when lightning hits something and it then catches fire. So anyway, because we're gonna be doing a lot with trees in this world. Okay, we're gonna be doing a lot with vegetation. All right, so hey, I really appreciate you watching. Hey, if you like this wool farm, let me know down in the comments. Hey, I really appreciate y'all's feedback and everything. The next build should be more than this. All right, it's gonna be epic. All right, so hey, if I don't see you again, I hope to see you in heaven. Bye, y'all.